What's up, everybody? Dan here with Dan and Sarah Makers, and we're coming back at you with another Tool Tuesday video. I know it's been a little while, but the weather's been pretty nasty, cold, rainy. We even had a little bit of snow last week. But it's clear and sunny, which means I get to get out and do a little bit of a project, some videos here. So in today's video, we are talking about a nail gun. Not just any nail gun, it's a specialty nail gun in that it fires duplex headed nails. What is that? Well, if you've ever done any form work, you've probably used these types of nails here, where it's got not just one head at the top or flat portion, it's got a ring around it also. You drive it down to the first ring, and then you've got that half-inch nub that sticks out that allows you to easily pull the nail when you're done with your concrete forms. That's always been kind of tedious and time-consuming, and there are challenges related to driving nails into concrete formwork. On the wall behind me, like you see, driving nails with a hammer, it tends to loosen these brackets up. Just the impact shock makes the brackets start to bounce loose, and you have to go through and you have to check all of your brackets before you place your concrete. That way your forms don't pop apart. It also is challenging when you're doing strip footings, where you might have a 2x10, 2x6, 2x12, whatever, horizontal board, and you've got another one and you need to splice them together. Typically steel stakes, when you're whaling on those boards sideways, the steel stakes wobble all around, and it's kind of like nailing something to jello. So if you've ever had to do that, you know the trick about putting a sledgehammer on the backside and then nailing. So with your hammer to keep it at least from knocking the stakes out of the ground. So this company, Jacco, J-A-C-C-O, also known as Nail Pro. I think they're Taiwanese, at least the gun is made in Taiwan. It's a company that has a couple different duplex nail firing nail guns. They have this strip nailer here with a straight magazine, which fires plastic collated nails, and they also have a coil nailer, which they both run right about $370. They're the same price. Nail Gun Depot, they sell them. I don't know how many other places do, but online Nail Gun Depot sells them. They advertise that this will not only fire 2 to 3.5 inch duplex nails, but it will also fire conventional stick framing nailers. So you can use this for your formwork, and you can also use it for framing the building. So it's kind of an all-in-one nail gun. It is a big nail gun, and I've used it a little bit on this formwork here, and it's on our channel where I go through how to set this formwork or build it. One thing I noticed is that it does not have a sequential fire capability. There's no switches, no changeovers that I'm aware of. So it's just a singular fire. You know, you have to depress the nose safety, pull the trigger, it fires once. Release, reset, pull the trigger, it fires again. So that's one of the, I don't know, I guess I would call that maybe a shortcoming if you are going to use this for standard wood framing. For formwork, not too bad. It's a big nail gun. It's not too bad. I think it's right around 8 pounds. It has a very unaggressive nose piece on it. It doesn't have any jaw, teeth, or anything like that. So toenailing might be a little bit of an issue. It's just got your standard magazine with a follower. So other than that, there's not too many bells or whistles on it. It's pretty simple, pretty basic. The exhaust port on the top doesn't rotate or anything like that. And then the depth of drive adjustment, I believe, is an Allen set up here that would adjust how deep you want your nails to set. Obviously, if it's a duplex nailer, you don't want it to overdrive them, because that defeats the whole purpose of having a duplex nail. One thing that I've heard from our carpenter foremen on our crews, they like it, but they don't like it. It's kind of a love-hate relationship with formwork, because every nail you drive in formwork, you're expected to pull that out when you strip your formwork. So you give somebody a nail gun, all of a sudden what would take 3 nails is now magically taking 15 nails. So you have that tendency to just fire a lot of nails and just nail the tar out of something because you've got a nail gun that does it. So we're gonna fire some 16 and 8 penny duplex nails. We are going to try it out with our 8 and 16 regular framing nails and see how that works. So let's get to it. threw on some iPro, and I've got some just treated lumber. We'll give this a try, imagining that it's kind of formwork that's been set up. This, like I said, in the past, you'd use your sledgehammer. You would start your nail and back it up with your sledgehammer, and that's how you would drive nails into formwork so it doesn't knock everything apart. So let's try this. I've got some 16s in there right now, and let's see how it does. I would say not too bad. This one here, I didn't really hold the nailer tight against the wood, and it was a little bit proud, but that worked really well. It wasn't difficult to hold it. It didn't separate the wood. Sometimes that happens where it'll go through the first board, but it leaves a gap before it gets into the second one. Same thing on the back side. Pretty tight. I like that. And there's plenty of room to get a hammer on the nail to pull it. So I'd say that worked pretty good. Let's change it out and throw some 8 pennies in there and see if it drives them any deeper or not. Pretty standard, just like a Hitachi nail gun. So now I'll pull the trigger and see if I can bounce fire it. Nope. So again, with the shorter nails, it again left it proud, so you can pull those no problem. Try some 16 penny standard round head framing nails. See how this works. Okay, so that might be something where you actually have to change the depth of drive on this nail gun, because it has left a nice proud head where it's sticking out probably a good 1/4 inch for framing nails. So it may work with framing nails. Obviously it fires them fine right now, but it definitely doesn't drive them. So I'm assuming that you're probably going to have to reset the depth of drive on your nail gun so that your drive pin will go all the way. It may have a different nose piece. I'm not sure if they come with a different nose piece. It isn't as long. Maybe that's what restricts your depth of drive. And maybe you just change this out and that'll allow you to run framing nails. So this was borrowed from work. I don't own this gun, but it's in between jobs, so it was sitting in a Connex. So that's what I got for right now. So I haven't read the whole instructions. I didn't unpack it out of a box, so I don't know if it comes with an actual different nose piece. It may have teeth on the side and drives all the way. So that's kind of a bummer, but if it was just changing out that one piece, it's better maybe than buying 2 nail guns, especially if you need just one for a small cabin build or a house build or something where you're going to do it once and done. So overall, it seems okay. It looks like maybe a cast aluminum body with maybe some kind of plastic over it. It's blue plastic. I would assume it's probably metal with just some kind of plastic coating on it. But in the little bit that I've used it for forming, I think it really has some benefits, and it's not that expensive. One challenge though is a lot of times on concrete placements and formwork jobs, you don't have an air compressor. So if this came in a cordless version at some point in time, that would be really ideal. So for the cost and the speed and the reliability, probably not too bad. Like I said, beating on forms, driving nails by hand, you loosen up your brackets. If you have one wall failure during a concrete placement because the brackets got loose, that would easily pay for this really, really, really fast. So you save time, you reduce the risk of your brackets coming loose and having to go back and check everything really, really well, and it just makes things a lot easier. So I definitely would recommend one of these from my short, small experience with it. So until next time, this is Dan with Dan and Sarah Makers. Remember to like, subscribe, share, comment. If you've got experience with these, please let me know. The online videos, I tried to look these up on YouTube, and Jayco has, I think, 3 videos where they show these. One's a seawall forms. They're like 15-second videos, 3-second videos, and there's very, very little explanation or anything about it. So I was kind of shocked, disappointed, surprised, but yeah, I guess that's about it. Until next time, have a good one. Bye. What's up, everybody? Dan here with Dan and Sarah Makers and Penny. We are coming back at you with another Tool Tuesday. I know it's been a little while, but getting back out there. The weather's a little bit nicer. It's at least sunny and not cloudy, and it's not raining, but it is pretty cold. So anyways, today's video, and she found her ball, even though we haven't played with it for quite a while. Today's video, we are talking about a nail gun. And it's not just any nail gun, it is a nail gun that is a little bit of a specialty nail gun. It shoots duplex nails. So what do I mean by duplex nails? Well, if you've ever done concrete formwork, and you've ever had a dog constantly wanting to play, yeah, this isn't going to work.